Job 16260, the Heights at Bear Creek. So there's 7 sections of concrete that we're going to remove and replace. And I'm going to give you all info in this video so that you can properly estimate the times on some of this, because some of these pieces of concrete are down a set of steps. So I'll try to be succinct, but still give you enough info. The on-site the property guy, the service manager, has told me that he will give us access to anything we need as long as he has notice. So I am in the southwest corner of this property. This is building C as in cat. This corresponds with Precision's work. We did make one change because I walked it with the property guy. I want you to see that they could roll down here, and this first one is at the end here, right by C314. You can see an old cut. So we'll just saw cut back 4 feet. Figure that piece is 4 feet by 5 feet. Notice that this is exposed aggregate. It's old, so I told him we couldn't match it perfectly. He just wants it exposed, so we don't need to try and find little stones or anything like that. Put in 0.25 hours of root removal because this has lifted up a little bit. That's C1. So the reason I showed you that was we got these steps, or we got a slippery slope. Carport's here, so cement truck would have to back up right there. That distance one way is 60 feet. Now I'm to the north and to the east. Building C was up there. This is building E. It is in Elvina. And we are going to replace this section of city sidewalk. 10 feet by 5 feet, remove and replace. Put in 0.25 hours for root removal. This is kind of a hybrid exposed, and that's what he wants, so match as close as possible. I understand that this is broom, but he does not want that. He wants it to look as much as possible to that. This one you can pour right off the street. That is building R's and Robert. This is a private street from what the service supervisor tells me. They did seal code it. Seems a little weird. It's 90th Street, but at any rate, there's a car parked there. We should be able to just pull up, work, and remove and replace this section. It's going to be 18 feet by 5 feet. This is a broom finish, and so we're going to go from this expansion joint, take out this, go down to here, and take out this little panel because they've all been raised up by the roots, and put in 0.25 hours for root removal. So that's C3. C4 is also at the building R. That's unit 288. It's a section of concrete that's sunk in the corner. So we'll saw cut that past the railing, about a foot past the railing, and we'll remove and replace 5 feet by 4 feet that is exposed. We got this set of steps, and the concrete truck and the crew could park right here. So I don't know if they want to wheelbarrow that, probably so. Send them here on a dry day. That slope would be pretty slippery. We're building O as in Oscar, and we have to go up this set of steps about 40 feet one way. We have to remove and replace this section, 5 feet by 4 feet, exposed, 0.25 hours removal. I'm going to head back to the south. So that last one was C5, now this is C6. We got 3 panels here. We're going to go from that saw cut, remove and replace this one, and this third one. There's really nothing wrong with this third one except it's raising up, and I think it'd be easier for the guys to match it up. Put in an hour for root removal. This is a big tree, and figure this is 13 feet by 5 feet. Remove and replace exposed aggregate. This is above the carport, so they could wheel it from the street, or they could just run it up the hill with the wheelbarrows, but that would be pretty challenging. That's a big grade change, so I figure that is 60 feet one way to the street. This is building N. This will be the last one. This is going to be C7. This is on the north side of Northeast 90th Street. Cement truck could pull right up here. We're going to remove and replace a section 11 feet by 5 feet. So we're going to go from this score mark down to here. Put in a half hour for root removal and exposed aggregate. That's the entire scope of work. Don't believe we'll need a street use permit. Don't believe we'll have to talk to the city at all. I can only go by what he tells me, that it's a private street, and he's not too worried about the city of Redmond. So put in the standard language about customer is responsible for any permits. And that's it. Call me with any questions. Thanks.